April 2026, or 21, I mean, Tuesday. I don't really have much. I did a little bit of back testing. I think I got like a 50% win rate, and then it was like a 2 to 1 risk to reward, so I was profitable. Um, I think I noticed that the ones that usually works were the ones that typically went with the trend. So, and then the other ones that didn't work were just kind of like the ones that were just kind of random or all over the place. So, but a few of them also worked really well when they were reversals as well. So I've noticed that as well. But yeah, gotta do more studying on that for sure. I don't know, man. I was kind of thinking like earlier. I don't know. It's just like I feel like I don't know. I feel like I come off as like kind of weird, I guess. Like talking to people. I don't really have a way to confirm it or not. I just kind of feel like that's like the impression people get of me when I talk to them. You know, I don't know. I don't know. The thing too is like there's so many like perspectives. Like I don't know. Like it's like I can kind of understand where they're coming from. You know what I mean? So and I understand where I may be going wrong about things as well. So that's kind of like the hypocritical point of it as well. Because it's like yeah, I can easily change these things, but at the same time I don't really want to. Like I could technically shift my personality to whoever I'm talking to, and it would go a lot smoother, you know. But I usually just I don't see a point in doing that. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just been really tired as well. I haven't been really getting good sleep, so that's not good. So yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I think I've become so isolated to the point where now it's like I'm just no longer like associated with people anymore. And like even in the sense that like if I wanted to, I just wouldn't be able to connect to people no more. Um, I don't know. I just don't think I'm on the same like spectrum of people, and that's not really to insinuate like an ego thing. That's just more so like I just mentally feel like for example, if someone is talking to me, we'll be having a conversation about like something very basic, like how the weather is or how work is or whatever, and it's just like I don't really feel compelled to really keep moving the conversation forward. And then also like when it comes to almost anything else, I mean there's a few things I do like talking about. Like I enjoy talking about like finances, day trading. I like talking about like philosophy and deeper things. But even then I just feel like a lot of the time they don't it just doesn't like it all feels so temporary, you know, and like I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of drifting afloat in a way. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think it was like a couple videos back or like last week or whatever. Like I had so much energy and it was cool. and I was doing good. I was like, dude, life is great. And then now it's like I feel like I don't know, man. It's not even like suicidal or like it's more like I guess like suicidal ideation, but like I wouldn't mind not being here. You know what I mean? Not having to kind of go through stuff. And I know it's kind of like all mental. Like a lot of this stuff that I talk about is all mental. Uh, I think it was Nietzsche that said that it's like it, mental illness is created as a substitute for real suffering. So I know that it is kind of fake suffering in a way, but at the same time, like I don't know. I don't really like where I'm at, and I know I have to change that, and I know it's up to me and no one else. But I don't know. Like I can't really give an excuse. Like I know the steps I could do to take to go forward, but part of me seems to be trapped in a sense and kind of just stuck in some sort of subconscious loop or something like that. I don't know. And I know also as well, it's kind of like, if you are attached to these things, whether it be like you're attached to your ego, you're attached to your identity, you're attached to something, it just doesn't work out well because you're going to cling to that thing and everything fleets. So it's kind of like you're setting yourself up for failure. And I don't know how to really, like, I guess turn that off because, like, for me, like, I have a lot of things I'm attached to. Like, I love music, stuff like that. Um, but I don't know. I just don't really know, like, why do I hold on to some things? Um, I don't know. Like, I feel like I also have, like, I don't know. I was gonna say kind of like a hope for the future, but, like, I wouldn't even say that because, like, I don't really think about the future much. So it's not even that, to be honest. It's more so just kind of hoping things get better, you know? Hoping that, it just makes sense later. Because, like, if you were to tell me about stuff 5 years ago, I wouldn't have believed you. Like, I would have been like, what? That's crazy. But no, here I am, 5 years later, and it's like, well, what now? So I can't really predict what's gonna happen in the next 5 years. But I don't know. I don't know. It kind of like just what I was saying earlier with like the weird stuff. Like I just feel like my whole thing was like originally I wanted to have someone understand me, but I feel like even now, like I already understand myself so much, so I kind of already know every, and this might just be ego speaking, but like I feel like I already know what issue I have. I already know what the solution is. I already know everything. I feel like um when it comes to like just for my life and my issues, not like everything generally, but so I just feel like I don't know, and I was thinking at work as well, kind of like there's like a situation where we kind of had to do some like labor or physical stuff, or whatever. And I kind of noticed that like I'm kind of poor, or at least have a poor performance when it comes to like doing things physically, and almost in a way it seems like I'm kind of dumb because of how I guess poorly. Like I didn't really do poorly. It's just I didn't. I could have done better, and it was very obvious too. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are you doing? But like, I think I'm just kind of super in my. I like. There's a quote that I saw that was kind of like it wasn't a quote, but it was this guy talking about how he spent I think half or most of his life in his head, and I was like, man, that's so true. because I feel like I've spent most of my life in my head and not in reality, and so coming to reality after being in my head for so long is just so like I wouldn't say different, but just very unbalanced and very kind of just polarizing, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Like how do you really solve that, And I mean, I guess there's a lot of things that's kind of talking about like being grounded and meditating and stuff like that, and kind of just doing things to be present in the moment. And I feel like I don't know. Maybe I'm not present in the moment, but I feel like at the same time I kind of am. I do also notice though that I do space out a lot, and I mean I've had a lot of people kind of assume that I'm in another world or like that I'm just deep in thought or something like that, and it's like I'm just kind of just alive, I guess. I'm not really doing much. I don't know. So yeah, that's my thoughts for now.